Don't do it. No, no, stop, stop, stop. Hi friends, it's me, Colleen again, and look, I kind of have a filming setup now. I am still far from where I need to be. I do not have a microphone ready, for example, and my dog is over here growling and barking. It's a lot. Now my skin is also looking a little bit better from last time. I've been using the medications for a couple weeks now, and better, still not great. Also, if you watched my last video, you might remember I was like hopeful about things in my new house. Well, the very night I filmed, I was getting ready for bed and I realized there were hundreds of baby spiders in my bathroom around my head. It was like truly a horror movie moment. So other than this being the spider house, because we are now still killing spiders like constantly, things are pretty good. I love my little corner. I've got plants, I've got things, and I've got a lot of nail polish on here. Now, I know, disclaimer, normally I don't have all my nail polish stacked on my shelf like this. Normally I have some little things from my workplace because this is kind of also my background for my work meetings. But anyway, I obviously wanted to move that anyway. And we're here to talk about these nail polishes. Alright, so I posted a video about Holo Taco a while ago and it still seems to be fairly popular, so I thought I would just do a follow-up now that there are a lot more nail polishes. I'm gonna start up front and say I do not have every single nail polish from the brand ever. I do clearly have like any of the ones that were in box sets, I think, but I don't have quite everything, so this isn't gonna be like a every single nail polish of all time type of video. Also, there is a new collection out right now that is on its way to me. It should be here tomorrow. I really wanted to talk today about some of my favorite formulas from all of these nail polishes, some of my favorite colors, because now at this point, if you weren't with the brand from the beginning, it can be a little overwhelming trying to look at all of the different options and know what you want. So I am hopefully going to help with that today. Also, why is my hair in this like annoying bun? I totally forgot that I was gonna be filming and taking my hair down. I was about to say this looks much better, but like, oh god, my blonde. Ooh, side note, I like kind of miss my pink hair and I might go to a salon and get them to do it for real. I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna start with some of my favorite nail polishes from Holo Taco of all time. First off, I want to talk about the Peely base. I've used this Peely base quite a few times. I have used maybe one or two other brands of peeling base coat. So what's nice about this kind of base coat is that you can just pop off your manicure and do another one more quickly. And it is nice when you want to save your peelies like Christine does. But if you're not weird, you can just throw them in the trash. I say that as if I don't have a peely bag. Like, I don't know, sometimes you just want to look at the glitters again. Anyway, it's really nice to be able to change your manicure without nail polish remover. The only downside is sometimes they pop off when you don't want them to leave. But I find the benefit of being able to change my manicure quickly and easily and without nail polish remover to be a bigger benefit, so I love it. I also really like this formula in particular because it is pretty easy to pop off the nails. Depending on how you've done your manicure, sometimes I have a little bit of trouble getting it going. And I also have noticed too with this formula, I kind of feel like I need to have at least 3 coats of nail polish over it for it to really do its thing. But when everything goes well, everything's great. Now I have to talk about One Coat Black because that was one of the first nail polishes that came from this brand and it's really good. It is truly a one coat black and I didn't realize how much I needed that in my life. I never thought of myself as wearing a lot of black nail polish, but honestly, I think I do kind of wear a lot of black nail polish. I just was in denial. And so it's really nice to have one that's nice and black and like a true dark black right away. Another great basic is just the hollow top coats. I really like the flaky top coat. In the original sort of set, there was a flaky, a linear, and a scattered hollow top coat. I liked all of them. The linear one I found a bit harder to use, but I will talk about that later. But I really like the flaky ones, and with this sort of anniversary box, she also added a gold, a blue, and a purple. I really like the gold one as well. The blue and the purple are great depending on what you put underneath, but honestly, depending on what you put underneath, you don't always notice that the flakies themselves are a different color, but I like all of them. I think they're just a nice way to customize any color that you put on your nails. Okay, so on to like my actual favorite formula of this brand, and Christine hinted recently that more is coming. My wallet is not ready. I love the Holo glitter polishes from this brand. I have never found a formula of Holo glitter polish that looks good. Often in the bottle it'll look like it'll have a color to it, and then once you put it on it's basically just like sheer with glitter. That's not true with this brand. All of the glitter polishes have a colored jelly base, so it is a little bit sheer in the first coat, but the color you see in the bottle is actually the color that ends up on your nails, and honestly 2 coats usually looks really good. A third is just like a nice bonus on top. So this brand does not miss with the Holo glitters. I have the first set was from a holiday collection, and then there were a couple that she released offhand. So I have all of them. So my favorite colors are Rainbow Snow, which is just the silver one. It's so beautiful. I really like Play Rosé, Menchie, and Frostlight as well. I'm just like really drawn to the pinks and blues, but honestly I love all of them and I'm very excited for more. Now what's really missing though from these colors, and again I think she's probably gonna fill in some of these gaps, but I really want a gold. Like I want Rainbow Snow but gold, and like a black and or gunmetal gray type color would be super gorgeous, although I don't think the jelly base would work well with that. But if they can make that work, I would be buying many of them. Okay, next favorite formula for me are the linear holo polishes. That's kind of a duh because I think that was the actual favorite of everybody. That's why there have been so many linear holo polishes coming out. So it started with the rainbow collection and then the pastel rainbow collection, and then what's on the way right now is the, what's it called? Electric collection? Once again, what you see in the bottle is what you get on your nails. It really only takes a couple coats. I have some of the pastel holo on my hands right now, although it's like really chipping, especially on my thumbs. But it's so easy to use, so quick, and they just look so beautiful in direct sunlight. It is beautiful. What I also thought was really smart with the rainbow collection in particular was the way that they were sort of marketed as like good gradient nail polishes. I feel like I wouldn't have normally thought of a linear holo or glittery polish to be good with like doing gradient nail art on them, but I just thought it was really smart that it was like showing you how you can use all of these really bright colors together, more than just having it be like what I did, rainbow nails. I don't really take the effort to do a lot of nail art or like gradients anymore. I do have a very ancient video on my channel where I did some gradient nail art, but maybe don't look too deep on that one. I probably have done better videos in my time. So the rainbow themes have been really fun for this, but again, I gravitate towards like the blues, the reds, the pinks, purples. So I have like oranges and yellows and greens that are nice to have, but like I don't find myself leaping at them all the time. Although I feel like the yellow one from the original rainbow collection is like almost like a lime green type yellow, which feels a little bit more usable to me. But yeah, in general, I don't really find a lot of uses for yellow or orange or green nail polish. Now, the last sort of favorite formula for me are the unicorn skins. And again, this is like another thing that I was like, I kind of have had nail polishes like them before, and honestly, the color Solar from this Holo Taco collection, that one is one that I had one that was like a dupe for it basically, and that's the only one I've ever seen. I've only really seen that orange and green sort of color combination. So again, like with those not really being my favorite, I was like, that's really pretty, and I used it a couple times and I was like, I don't know. Well, with the two unicorn collections, with the two unicorn skin collections that have come out, I feel like there's such a great variety in the different sheens, and I think Christine had even said with the second unicorn skin collection that she was trying again like fill in some of the gaps where the first collection had this sort of orangish flare, and then there was Aurora, which had like a blue and purple, which I love that one a lot, and then Cosmic was like a yellow and hot pink. So the second round had like green and yellow and like a bright blue, so it was really nice to have a variety. I'm still playing around with them, but I have been playing somewhat. I'll have to show some of these swatches a little bit closer up, but I did experiment with layering like a bunch of them on top of each other, and it does look super cool, so I'm excited to keep playing around with them. But so far I really like them as like a quick, easy way to make your manicure look a little bit more put together. All right, I gotta hurry up. I've got like 15 minutes until I have to start my workday. Now, some of my more like honorable mention formulas, mostly they're just not in my favorites because I haven't used them enough, but anyway. I feel like I want to be as inclusive of all the formulas as possible because, you know, everyone's different. So I wanted to mention the frosted metals from the Holiday 2020 collection. They're not like hollow at all or glittery at all, but they do have this sort of like metallic and like chunky look to them. The silver one is dope. I love that one. I really want to be using them more, but I just like haven't used them very much. So I didn't want to put them in like my favorites list because I don't know. I haven't been painting my nails a ton in the past few months, I guess. Moving is like, you just ruin your nails. So but I was really surprised at how much I liked them. I was kind of on the fence about that box when it came out, but I was like, no, they look pretty cool. Like, I think I'll like them, and I'm really glad I have them. And of course, if you want hollow glitter on them, you can just put a Holo Taco on them. So, you know. I also really wanted to mention the multi-chrome collection. Once again, this is the kind of formula that I've seen before. I had one or two sort of color shifting iridescent type nail polishes, and I really, like, I'm a sucker for something that changes color in different light. Like, I knew it would be right up my alley, but this is just another one that I don't find myself reaching for all the time. But what I will say about the collection that Holo Taco has is there's a lot of variety in it. So there are a couple of shifty colors that are like really dramatic, and then there are a couple, like a blue one and the green one, that are a little bit more subtle. So I think that's a really good balance. And you know, if you're not sure if you would really like a really dramatic type of shift, there's an option for you. So I really like the way that those were done, and I think the color selection is really nice. The last formula I want to mention are just all the creme polishes. I know I mentioned One Coat Black because that's the one I use the most, but there are quite a few creme polishes. I think there's definitely more to be made here because the color selection is still pretty small, but the white and the black are great. It's nice to have some basics. My one problem with the white though was I got it when it was the old formula with the old brush. So it was like a little bit streaky, or like part of the brush was like hard, and like I've had some issues with the white, but since I got that color, it seems like all of the creme polishes have been reformulated and the brushes have been changed. So when I got the Unicorn Skin second collection, which had a pink and a blue in it, I have had a great experience using those brushes and that formula. So it sounds like everything has been updated, even all the whites and blacks that came in previous collections with the old style. So now I'm like super in love with the creme polishes. I was just like a little bit unsure when I was having a little trouble with that white. So I'm glad they listened to feedback and they have made it better. So overall, with like all of my sort of favorites and honorable mentions, the polishes are all easy to use, the brushes are great, they're all very opaque, it only takes a couple coats to get the color you're looking for. So I've had a great experience with like nearly every single nail polish. Now, a couple things that have been like less exciting for me to use. So I wanted to mention just the purple and blue flakies again. I know I kind of mentioned them earlier, but they look really nice over a polish of a similar color because it does sort of bring out the blue or the purple in the flakies. But I've had a little bit of trouble with them sort of standing on their own. The gold one I don't have that issue with, it looks gold, but I've had just a little bit of trouble with the blue and purple. I also wanted to mention the linear Holo Taco. I think I mentioned this in the first video I did as well on Holo Taco, but it works really nicely and it's great, and like it's nice to be able to get sort of this linear hollow effect on any color. But I found that if you use it on the wrong kinds of colors, you get this sort of like grayish sort of tint on the polish, or it just makes the color look more dull underneath. So for example, I used linear Holo Taco over some neon colors, like a neon orange and a neon green, and I only used my ring finger. So I had this really direct contrast between like the neon colors on every finger, except the ring finger like looked like I did something weird to them until you're in the sunlight, and then it's like, oh right. As long as you're doing it on every nail so you don't have the contrast of like the true color next to the nail with the taco on, that should help. And just, you know, testing with the right colors. It just takes a little bit of work. And I guess that's why it's kind of in my like meh list, because like extra work. Now the last thing that I've been trying so hard to make this work is the smoothing base coat. So every time I do my nails with it, I'm like amazingly impressed right away. I'm like, yes, this looks great. Like I have some like ridges in my nails, and right now I got some damage to my nails from moving. So it fills in all those gaps. It looks so great. The manicure looks awesome. And then as pieces start to sort of chip off, it's like they come off in these like big flakes. Like my thumb is one great example of that right now, where a little piece chipped off and then like a whole chunk came off. And I feel like that's due to the way that the smoothing base like smooths everything. I don't know, I'm having trouble with it like really sticking well, and I try my best to follow the directions of like making sure my nails are dried out and like putting a little acetone on them before putting the base coat on. Maybe my nails are just not right for that base coat. Maybe my nails are too oily. I don't know, but it's like 80% there. Like I'm so close, but it's like that last little bit where things are just like not quite working in the way I expect. So that one's all right. I'm a little bit disappointed that I keep struggling to make that work. So I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to say about all my Holo Taco polishes. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll be here. And if you're looking for me, you can find me at any of the social media handles that you see down in the description box, or as always, you can find me at brokenbeauty.com. Thank you again for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Oh, one more thing, you guys. I got these nail polish shelves to mount into my wall. So someday my nail polish is gonna be in here instead of in here. Wow. So look out on my Instagram for shelf updates. Okay, bye for real now, bye.